The Sandy and Toddcast is a Mind Garden Media podcast in association with
Screw You, Todd
Productions. Hi.
We're old schooling it tonight.
Are we?
Yeah, we kind of are. Let's talk about this setup. So I have been having issues. Hi, Vicky. I've been having issues with my studio laptop. And we thought we had it fixed, and now all of a sudden it's just a mess again. It's very loud feedback. So I thought Dave had fixed it last night, but apparently that wasn't it. So we're like 5 minutes to 8 o'clock, and I'm trying to get all of my stuff moved over to my desktop in the studio, which didn't work. So now I'm on my mobile laptop that I take with me when I go to camp.
Wait, stop for a second.
What?
Mobile? What is this? Mobile Alabama or what?
My mobile laptop. I feel so out of sorts, Todd. Like, I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm on a third computer, and I don't have my mic that I'm so used to. And luckily, I was able to use my headphones that I'm used to. But, luckily, I put this on the charger the other day. So, I mean, I'm good to go, but it's kind of weird. We just have to figure out what's going on with my other laptop. Yeah, maybe we'll switch them out. I don't know. We'll try something. So anyways, happy Tuesday.
You might want to reach out to our friend in the UK and ask him about that. You know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there was an update last week on it, and I'm wondering if that maybe undid what we did, 2-3 months ago.
It's quite possible.
So, yeah. So I don't know, but now this is a totally different view for everybody behind me, because now I'm facing in a totally different direction. So it's going to throw me off. I'm a creature of habit.
So I just want to give my my view of what I saw going on. So first of all, Eron comes on, and this is while you were not quite here yet. And he was trying to get his microphone to work. Still can't figure that out, because you and he are like, number -3 on a technical scale.
I know. We're like twinsies when it comes to techie stuff. I know. It's sad but true.
So Eron can't figure that out. Then you come around and you've got mic problems, and you and Eron were trying to you and Eron were trying to chat about something like, frivolous stuff. Is that a wand? Oh, that's a wand. Oh, and I'm like, excuse me, you've got audio problems. And then I don't know really what her whole studio looks like. I mean, kind of. But she is opening all these secret doors and panels, and curtains are opening up, and she's digging around for now. She just stop for a second. She just got a new microphone like last week. And it's a USB microphone. And I said, if you've got that, that'll work perfectly for tonight. You can plug it into this laptop. It'll be great.
Right. But it's not. But first of all, it's totally not the quality of the mic that I normally use.
Well, no, but certainly
it's got to be. It would help.
It's got to be better than what you're doing right now. But then on top of that, then she can't find it. It's been there in her house for less than a week, and she can't find the microphone. She opens up every closet in her studio, every closet in her home, and there's no microphone.
I even went in my bedroom, and the funny thing was I hadn't been in that closet in a while, and so I found like all of these great pairs of black winter boots that I love, like dress boots that I forgot I had. So I'm like all excited. And the thing is, I feel like I'm 85 because I literally know that I know somewhere in this brain where I put that mic, and I can't find it. So I don't know. But
you've got boots, right?
But
I think we should have had you bring those out. We could have done a little fashion show tonight, because now that we don't have a microphone to use.
And I think though that you should be very proud of me, because Jay's killing me tonight. He's like right on tonight. You should be proud of me though, because I did think quickly and problem solve and went down and grabbed this laptop.
That is good. I just want to make one comment. Right behind her, you see a bunch of squares, and they're soundproofing tiles. Some are black, some are red, and they look really great. But because she was slamming doors open and closed, one of the tiles is missing just above her head. And as she slammed the door, it came falling down. I thought, well, that pretty much tells me what kind of night we're going to have.
Wait till Dave gets home. He's going to come in the studio, and because I texted him about a half hour ago, and I said, can you please quietly come into the studio when you get home and grab Spike? Well, there's no way it's going to be quiet because you're going to see the door open.
It's okay. He's
not going to have any idea what's going on.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with knowing that the wizard's behind the curtain. I'm okay with that. I am totally okay with that.
My whole night exploded in about like 30 seconds because I wasn't expecting this at all. But can you guys hear me at least okay?
It's okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. We'll get it all set up for next week. I have this really cool talk that I'm doing next week. I have to get it all set up. I'm thinking maybe switching out the 2 laptops and see if that makes a difference. I don't know.
It might.
We'll give it a shot.
It's got to be something to do with that software. And I bet if you reached out to our friend in the UK, he can figure it out for you.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to have Dave do that because then he can figure it out.
Gotcha.
There's no way that I'm going to be able to figure that out. You know that. I was excited to find boots. All right.
She was too. Oh my God, here's all my boots. That's what she was saying. Where's this microphone? I can't find a microphone anywhere. Oh, look, boots. I mean, that's pretty much what happened.
Oh, look, boots. It's like, oh, look, squirrel, like all over the place. I know.
I will just say this. I need a saint candle with Dave on it. Dave needs to be on a saint candle for putting up with your shit.
What was the conversation we had the other day? I said to you, I think you and Dave are going to, because we're literally like 6 weeks away from our vacation in Wisconsin. And I said to you the other day, I said, you and Dave are just going to love each other because Dave is in person. You guys already get along, but in person, because you're both so low key with everything. And I'm like the little kid. And what did you say? You said, Dave is a god. I love Dave. And then you said something like, and how he puts up with you, I'll never know. And I did say, I am a lot, LOL. So.
And I didn't respond to that because I just wanted that to be the statement of the day. My plan is to get him really drunk and thank him for dealing with you, and then let him open up and just spew forth all of the stories that he may have.
He doesn't even drink, but he may.
That's amazing that he lives with you and is not just like a raging alcoholic.
I know. Can you believe that? Like, in all seriousness, can you believe that? So I know. So, but let's talk really quick about next Tuesday, because I really do want to tell everybody, don't miss this. Don't miss next Tuesday, because next Tuesday I am going to give a talk on a cemetery and the town that it's in, Peterborough, New York. It's like 5 minutes from my campground where we have our seasonal site. We're always in Peterborough. It's like mega, mega historic, unbelievably historic. And it has to do with the Underground Railroad, slaves, and I've also been taking a few journeys to the estate of Garrett Smith, who actually he and his wife are in the Abolitionist Hall of Fame, and they lived in Peterborough. They're buried in the Peterborough Cemetery. And I actually was doing some recording, and Dave was with me. And I got some knocks. I think they were tapping on the window in one of the buildings. So we'll talk all about that next week. But I actually have some really cool stuff. So it'll be really neat. So we can tie sort of this history, a cemetery, and the paranormal in one talk. So that's next Tuesday night, 8 p.m.
And also next week, if you missed our audio cast from Sunday, you may have missed what Sandy found in the tree at the cemetery that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. The one where she had to reach out to Eron and ask them what they thought it was. Yeah. And so we will, it's on the podcast, on the audio cast, if you want to check that out. We reveal what it actually is.
Yes.
But I think we've got some pictures we're going to share next week, right?
Yeah, we got some pictures. Okay. Yes, because there is a conclusion to the story. And I
Thank
did.
God.
I know. I did. And I was listening back to our audio cast from last weekend, and you and I were hysterical in this. And it was just so funny to listen to this story. At the time, I was terrified, but it does have a conclusion. It does have an ending. So stick around for Tuesday night, and we'll talk all about that too.
We're going to bring Erin out in just a second. I just want to say this about that whole experience. So, and we've talked about this before on the podcast.
I did, Renee. Sorry. I did, Renee. I went back and I actually got pictures of it because I was much more calm. Now,
exactly, Renee. Exactly. That was going to be my point. This girl never freaking learns. She has very powerful medium psychics tell her don't do something, and she's going to do it anyway. She has friends say be very careful, and she's like, oh. In this instance, she you do too. And then in this instance, she's calling me. I'm so scared. You know, it is again the what movie is that from? The witch thing.
Blair Witch Project.
It's the last it's the last scene in the Blair Witch Project where she's in front of the camera, nose and snot running down her face, saying how scared she is, and then she turns around and goes back and opens the damn thing up again.
Well, it's because it totally took me by surprise, and I didn't know enough about what it really was to understand it at that time. And so I said, you know what, for me, I have to go back and I have to check it out. I'm sure you'll play all of that audio again on Tuesday night. I'm sure you will.
In fact, I will make sure that I have it ready and it's in better quality than it was in the audio cast.
That was really good quality considering, though. It was kind of like fly by the seat of our pants on that one. You just pulled it out. So, yeah.
What?
So
I'm sorry?
It did have a conclusion, though, and I have to say I'm relieved. But, you know, I did want to find out exactly what was going on there. So we'll learn all about it. So make sure you guys hang out Tuesday night with us because it's going to be a really cool talk. You got history, the paranormal, and you've got some Underground Railroad, and it's pretty darn cool.
All right. Let me see. I just want to mention really quickly, and I don't want to go off on this, but one of the reasons why we probably haven't been doing as many live casts is because of my new job and also some health concerns that I've been dealing with. So I apologize for that. We're going to try. I'm not 100% yet, but once we get to that point, try and get back to, God, don't make me puke. I don't need that on top of everything else I've got going on right now. But at some point, hopefully we'll be back up and running 100%.
Yeah, and I'm excited.
One of the things that we discussed on Sunday when we introduced our podcast, because Erin was a guest on it, was the fact that when we first recorded the live cast with Erin, at that point, they were going by the name Zeke. And the pronouns that they were using was he, him, his. And then when we introduced the audio cast this week, of course, we're using the name Erin and using the pronouns they, them. And I want to make sure that we're not confusing people. It is the same person who sometimes goes without a shirt and shows his nips. In fact, tonight before you got here, he was shirtless, and I said, "Oh, is this going to be a nip night or what?" But he did put on a shirt. So.
Yeah, they had a live last week, and they had a shirt that did not show the nips at all, but it was sideways for a few seconds, and I was laughing. And then they realized that it was sideways and fixed it. So it was a really good live. You guys should check out Eron Mazza on Facebook because they're so cool.
Absolutely.
Doing readings. Yeah,
you want to introduce them? You want to introduce them?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to bring on one of my favorite people who I just adore, absolutely adore, always making me laugh. They are so super cool and very, very intuitive. Eron Mazza.
This is going to be scary. Watch this. Ah!
I love you.
It's like, hello.
Hello. That's like those pictures. Did you ever see those pictures of like cats and dogs that are like right up in the screen? That's what that kind of reminded me of. Yeah, exactly.
It's called boop my nose or something like that, right?
How bad did your nose hurt?
That only hurt for a few seconds. I've had it for about 5 years.
Yeah.
After I got it done, I took a nap and like I had a dream. I had a dream something went up my nose, and so I started like digging in my nose. Like right after I got this piercing, I wake up and there's just dried blood all over my
I've never, like, I had my ears pierced and stuff. Now, I have 9 tattoos. And tattoos to me are no big deal. But I've never really, I had my ears done, 3 on each side and stuff when I was, like, but I've never really done piercings.
She's got 9 tattoos and many, many, many winter boots that are back in that closet. So
listen, Erin was excited along with me. Don't even go there.
because I love a good pair of boots.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
Hi, everyone.
Look, everybody's like so excited you're here. I'm excited you're here.
My skin looks so good.
And I'm also so glad that you knew what time you were supposed to be on.
I wasn't in the shower singing to Fergie.
Pretty proud. Look at Todd. All right, go ahead, Todd.
I'm just going to sit back and watch you guys enjoy yourselves.
Couple of Judy's just having a moment.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this week, a little bit later on, we'll do some readings for our listeners, viewers tonight. But we want to kind of start things off. And I know tonight we're talking about the specific cards that you like to use when you do readings.
Yes, I'm going to talk a little bit about the system of divination I use that is called Lenormand.
All right. Well, get it started there, Professor. We're ready for you.
Well, Lenormand, most people will automatically assume, since I'm a card reader, that I read tarot. And in all transparency and honesty, I couldn't read tarot to save my life. I think I look at the pictures and like I judge tarot decks by how pretty the pictures are. That just shows you how elementary my knowledge on it is. But whenever I was trying to find a system of divination many, many years ago that resonated with me, I found Lenormand, and that is based off of playing cards. So that's why whenever I'm doing readings on live or I'm doing readings here, you'll see like a little playing card suits up in the corner. Am I doing that right? Yep, I'm doing that right.
Yep, that's cool.
And this was founded by a woman named in France named Millie Lenormand, and she used to read for the French aristocracy. And she used to read for a whole lot of folks. And she was so good that somebody once said that all you had to tell her was your name and sometimes your favorite color, and then she could tell you everything.
Wow.
And I've been so accurate with cards. I've told people that relatives are pregnant, and I've told people about spousal issues, which we won't dive into, but whenever you're finding your system of divination, it's all about finding the one that fits like a glove. And you have to build a relationship with the particular item you're using for divination, whether it be like a pendulum or cards or throwing bones or tea leaves, what have you. I
cannot get this thing to work. It just sits there and laughs at me. So.
Well, Todd, most of us sit here and laugh at you.
Thank you. I love that. Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. You guys are both on my sheet least.
Yeah, whatever. So now, Erin, is this the primary deck or method that you use, or do you use other ones as well?
I'll cycle in other ones from time to time, but I really stick with only two decks for whenever I go do readings at shows, whenever I do readings online. This is a deck that's called the Primitive Lenormand, and it's based off a 16th or 17th century Lenormand deck that they found and photocopied the pictures off of.
Wow.
And I use another one that I can't find right now, so that's great, by a company called Labyrinthios, and they actually made my first Lenormand deck that I used for public readings, and that thing was so old we had to shellac the cards and trace the images because the images started to fade out.
Wow.
And that's just like a testament to like how much energy is usually going through a reader whenever they're doing their readings, that it actually affects the item that they use to do the readings.
So I know you've answered this question before, but when you read and you use cards, how much of it is the card? How much of it is your interpretation of it?
I look at it this way. Usually it's what's coming from spirit. The way I look at cards, and they're like the binoculars. I can already get a pretty good sense of what's going on. It's like I see the horizon, but the cards are the binoculars that help you articulate on the stuff that really needs to have attention brought to it. That's what divination. The cards really aren't so much. The cards really aren't so much the magic. It's more about, are you willing to stop and slow down and listen to what the spirits are trying to say to you through the cards? Because it's about your relationship with it. Because to me, there's a spirit inside this deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
With my spirit and my abilities, and it's like I said, it's like a carpenter and a hammer.
So I guess it's true. You sort of really have to zone in on the deck that makes you the most comfortable, that you feel pulled to the most, to kind of be that conduit for you at times when you're doing your readings. Now, I know we talked about this way back in the beginning, but when did you first realize that you had these kinds of abilities, that you were intuitive and that you could read?
Like ever since I was little, whenever I was a kid, I knew my grandfather was going to die before he actually died.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw my grandfather after he passed away, because I went and got my mom and said, "Hey, Mom, come see Grandpa." And she was like, "What?" And then there was also the time when she was in college. She was in nursing school. I told her what score that she was going to be passing her nursing exam with, and she passed with that exam. And it's like it's like anybody who has like abilities. It's you got to work it out. This is like unrefined, being able to tell what people are going to do, say, think. And also, I think it comes down to a matter of everyone can have this ability. You just got to work. You got to have the discipline to work it out like a muscle.
Yeah. You have to be really open to the possibilities. Do you ever get people who want you to read for them who maybe aren't really believers? They're sort of like testing the waters.
Oh yeah, I've had a few people sit down in my chair who were skeptics, and they left not as skeptical. They're like, "Well, I don't know how you did that, but I'm a little less skeptical than I was." I'm pretty good at carrying skepticism. I don't want to say I'm the best, but because that's just my area of expertise. Like, there are kick-ass tarot readers out there who could cure people of skepticism, pendulum readers. I am by no means the potentate of divination.
Right. That's very cool. Oh, I think Dave's home because I hear Spike. If you guys hear a sound in the background, it's Spike excited that his dad is home.
Todd, you really shouldn't show that on camera.
I know.
Yourself.
What?
This is Sandy. A screaming goat.
Did I get you that? Because I have one.
No, you didn't get me that.
I actually have that same one.
Not only can you not remember where the microphone you just got last week is, you can't remember what you've gifted me.
I know, and I've gifted you fun things too. Fun things. I got him a David Letterman book too. But I couldn't remember because I have that goat. Believe it or not, I can't.
You have this?
Yeah, I have it. Seriously,
you know where it is?
Look, there's Dave. Yeah, you want me to get it?
Yeah. Do you know where it is? Is it in the room with you?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, get it.
Get it.
Yeah. So do you see what I deal with here now, Eron? Come on.
I do. It's kind of funny.
Todd's goat. No, Lisa, I am the goat.
No, that's the goat everybody can get with Todd. Really easy. It's real easy to get Todd's goat.
Really? How is that?
Because you're Todd. It's okay to be bumfuzzled real easy, Todd.
Ow.
Bumfuzzled. Never heard that before.
It's a Okie term. I'll let you have that one for free. I'm charging $0.25 for everyone.
Oh God.
It looks like seeing a broadcast in Studio 54.
Yeah, right.
My life is a hot mess right now. Wait a minute.
I would say so.
Look.
By the background.
Can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear that. Yeah, it is exactly the same.
It is. That's why I thought, did I get you that? Because I was like, we could have matching goats.
Hey, if you have a goat, I want a goat.
Oh, I'm sending you a goat. Don't be surprised if you get a goat in the mail.
I'm pretty sure he probably already has a goat.
Hey, thanks, baby. Say, if you guys get a goat.
Oh, now that's a goat.
Cream though, but
is that a goat though, or is that something else?
Do you see that? Do you see the head on this?
That's a goat head thing.
I don't know. I see nippers and all sorts of stuff on there.
Does it scream?
Only if you give it a blood sacrifice.
Great. Well, let's try that tonight. That'll be your
Next up, Eron will be doing a blood sacrifice. Oh my God,
With
we're gonna get in
Goatman.
trouble
with Goatman. Hey, at this point,
is so out of control right now.
At this point, I just want to say if folks want to get Eron to do a reading for them, they'll be willing to do that. Just go ahead and put in the comments that you're interested, and we'll get to those in just a bit. So
now I have a question. Now, this deck that you use, how many cards are in this? How similar or different is it to tarot?
This one is actually comprised of all the cards that are in your normal playing deck of cards. So I believe about 52 cards.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
But this one I think was like the fancy special edition one, and there was like different versions of the male card and the female card, but I just picked the particular ones that I thought were prettiest.
That would be me.
I think this one's I'm just gonna keep this one on the deck and put the other ones and use them as bookmarks.
I love you.
Todd, do the way I talk. I know you're thinking about it.
no, I'm taking notes on who wants readings.
He's the one who's like so organized.
Well, look at this whole thing. Somebody needs to be. If you guys shoot you two off into the moon and see what happens. Christ.
I wish we were all together in person. That would be hilarious. Oh my God.
Look, I can do you one better. I've got 2 goats.
Oh, look at that.
Evil, evil, evil.
Would you like to live deliciously?
I think I already do.
That.
I think I already do.
It's okay. Todd.
Look, he's putting his hand on his temple. We know it's not good at this point.
I was going to ask a question. I can't think of what it was. When are you going to get your podcast up and running? We've been waiting for that.
I'm working on it. I got the logo design coming back, and then I think I'm just going to get the logo in, and then business cards and stuff like that are going to come later.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't want to put you on
I'm
the spot,
excited.
but I do want to ask this question because we prefaced the conversation with you regarding the change in pronouns, change in name. Would you be willing to discuss how you came to that decision, why you came to that decision? I think it'd be beneficial to other people maybe going through the same thing.
Definitely. I think what really sort of set it in motion for me was the realization that when people would talk about things that are masculine, that really didn't connect right here and right here. Because when I was growing up, I didn't like being lumped into the group with the boys. I didn't like being lumped into the group with the girls. And after a while, as you get older, you sort of start living up to all these unspoken societal expectations. Mm-hmm. Where I was born presenting as a male, so therefore I had to be into manly things. Cars, trucks, 50 grit sandpaper or whatever. Things of that nature. And just things that were stereotypically masculine did not resonate with me. And things that were stereotypically feminine did. Like, I enjoy a good accessory. I enjoy earrings or anything. And then you start asking the questions, well, who made up the rules that this had to be masculine and this had to be feminine? And for some people, those are, and that's fine. It's just those stereotypes just don't resonate with me anymore. And that's how I came to the realization that I was non-binary. And to be non-binary is an umbrella term, but specifically for me, being non-binary means that I see myself as an amalgamation of male and female. And some days, whenever I wake up, I completely agender. I don't resonate with any gender. That's why I prefer to use they and pronouns.
Gotcha. I'm just wondering, is it okay if I take over your old name, though? Because I think Zeke is one hell of a kick-ass name. Is that okay?
Yeah, you want to pay for the copyright?
No. I think that's just owed to me for everything I've ever done for you.
Birth name.
What was that?
I'm getting rid of my birth name. My birth name was Kyle, spelled Kiel, and I'm getting rid of that name. And I'm taking my mom's maiden name, which is obviously Mazza.
Okay, so we've been
Mazza.
saying it's Mazza. We've been saying the wrong one.
No, it's in the neighborhood. We'll just say it's a northern thing, the way y'all pronounce it.
Well, the way your name, your Kyle name would be pronounced in Wisconsin is actually Kiel, because there is a town that is actually.
I was thinking that because it would be probably here as well.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
What was it? In St. Louis, where I live, there was the Kiel Auditorium. They're like, oh, like the Kiel Auditorium. I'm like, I'm not from St. Louis, but it is.
So,
ooh.
where did Zeke come from?
Kyle is a variation. The way to spell Kiel. Whenever I was born, was a variation of the name Ezekiel. And the woman the first metaphysical shop I worked in, she's the one who first coined the phrase "Brother Zeke." Her name was
very interesting.
Yeah, Andy's the woman, the first woman who I worked for, and she coined the name Brother Zeke, put it on a name tag and everything, and I just took it and run with it.
And what is Eron? Is it have a significance to you? Is the name? Because I love that name.
My partner actually had the idea for it because it's a little more gender neutral. Because whenever I think of the word Kyle, I think of guys who drink Monster and punch holes in drywall.
Yeah. Well, I have to share something really quick too. Now that we're speaking of this, my best friend Karen, she was born a daughter. Her child, who was born a daughter, is 13 now, but at the age of 11, came out as non-binary.
Nice.
And yes, and goes now by the name of Ace. Loves the name Ace. And so I'm so proud of them for being who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And, at the age of 11, who would think that would be something that they would do? And I'm just incredibly proud. So,
because I always have to say, it's not bad if you're male, it's not bad. If you're female, it's not bad. If you're non-binary, it's not bad. Just be you, because you have to be, you have to quit. You owe yourself is what I tell people. You don't owe anybody anything else. I decided I didn't owe the world masculinity. I owed myself authenticity.
Right. And in the end, does it really matter whether you're male, female, non-binary? You're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I look at it, So
in most cases, that's
story.
the case. There are some people out there that are just assholes, but that's a different story.
That's true. That's a whole other podcast. So, all right. Are you
Want to
ready
dig
for
into some readings? Yeah, let's do it.
My favorite part, because I like to see, I like to see who's first in the onslaught, in the card reading onslaught.
Ed, who wished Todd good luck because Dave doesn't drink.
All right,
Ed, I'm telling you right now, by the time I'm done with him, Dave's going to be so drunk they're not going to be able to go home to New York. We'll send Sandy home, and he and I'll just sit around and tell stories. Maybe do a podcast about the real Sandy.
I'll be driving back to Chicago by myself.
Not that anybody wants you behind the wheel, but for crying out loud, yes.
Quiet. I'm driving when I get to Oshkosh.
Oh God.
Is that where they clothing brand Oshkosh Bagosh?
Yes.
It was started there, yeah.
I asked him that, and he almost got mad at me about it. I'm like, Oshkosh Bagosh, that's what I knew as a kid. Oshkosh Bagosh. Anyways.
Okay, folks, these cards have something to say.
All right.
Ed, your first card is the Cross, which speaks about trial and tribulation and going through a testing time. But that doesn't mean it's going to be the thing that takes you out. It's going to be the thing that refines you and resurrects you, if you will, according to the Christian thought. The cross is a symbol of resurrection. So what you're walking through right now, or what you're going to be stepping into, might seem like a down and out, but actually it's an on and up. You just have to get a running start. Let's see what's after that. Yep. And the next card after that is the fish, which is a symbol of prosperity. And may have to do with like a job opportunity, and or even a work situation where it feels like things are pretty tough at work, but it's going to be better for you once you come out the other side. And that's all I got for Ed.
Good. There you go, Ed. Congratulations. Enjoy the cross and the fishes.
I thought it was a boat for a second. That's how bad this is on this laptop. I thought he was going on a cruise.
Good friend of the podcast, Ashes. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ashes would like.
Hello, Ashes. Let me go ahead and put these cards back in here, and I'll give them a shuffle. There we go. All right, Ashes. Okay. Ashes, your first card is the park. Your second card is the clouds. What this talks about with me, Ashes, is the clouds and the park working together. And showing together, it shows it like a little bit of tumult in your social situations, especially it's someone you've been around for a while. That's sort of getting at your place of peace. Because that's whenever I see park, I think ducks, I think snow cone stand, place of peace, happiness, but also I see social interaction as well. But with the clouds showing up, that kind of tells me that there's been a little bit of strife in your social circle. So I'm going to pull a third card. And what also tells me it's your social circle is I just pulled the house card, which represents your personal life. So I'm going to give you the advice that I've given numerous people whenever it comes to relationships. If you hang around a certain somebody and you just feel utterly exhausted after you get done hanging around with this person, watch out for those people, because those people tend to siphon away your energy. They tend to siphon away your self-esteem, everything. That they really don't have anything to give you. But if you feel like you've had like a whole meal and you feel charged up and you feel edified from being around this person, those are the people you want to keep close. So watch your social relationships, because if drama hasn't started, there's going to be a little bit of drama happening. That's what I got for you, Ashes.
Thank you for that. Interestingly enough, we had a conversation about energy vampires a couple of weeks ago on our audio cast too. So,
yep.
All right, who's next there? Vicky, a good friend of mine, Vicky Schmidlkoffer.
That's a last name.
It's the best name. Hi, Vicky.
All right, Vicky. Okay. All right, Vicky. Vicky, your first card is the bear. That's not a chicken nugget. That's a bear, Sandy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just thought you needed the specification.
I did. Did you see me going like this?
The next card is the fox. And your third card, just because I think you need it, is the heart.
Oh.
Kind of like how it was with Ashes. There's been, I feel like you're sort of questioning the loyalty of people in your of people who are close to you. With the heart showing up right there, it sort of shows a relationship that's very close to your heart. And the fox showing up sort of tells me that maybe you're having trust issues. And I will say this, that just trust your intuition. Learn to tell the difference between your intuition and your anxiety, because it's two separate voices, but sometimes they can sound anxiety is pretty good at disguising itself as intuition. And get yourself a little system of divination, like a pendulum, like Todd has, or talk to a local card reader, or do something like that, just to sort of validate your feelings. And so, but just your intuition and your anxiety have both been really loud about this situation. So even just sit down and meditate and just figure out which one strikes a deeper chord.
Do you have any quick tips for those? I mean, I think you're right. Anxiety and intuition do sound a lot alike in our heads. Is the meditation the best thing you can do to kind of to siphon that out and see what's really there?
For me, it works perfectly. I try to have a really, really healthy meditation life, because I'm on medication for things like post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety disorder. But I use that meditation works a lot better than anything else. It really helps you sort through your thoughts. And meditation isn't always sitting in front of a candle and crisscross applesauce and just saying, sometimes meditation is just sitting in a chair and just letting the world spin around you. And that really helps. Meditation is in the shower when you let the water run down on your head or on the back of your neck. And that really helps clarify things for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. There you go, Vicky. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Who's next there?
Jet.
Okay. Let me go ahead and shuffle this.
I'm excited. I'm waiting for a candle that Jet made that should be coming in the next couple of days. So.
Ooh, how exciting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Show us Tuesday.
All right, Jet. Jet, your first card is the boat. Your next card is the star. He said card. I bet he wasn't. I bet they weren't expecting all these cards. So the card and the star shows that you're in sort of a transitional period in your life. And the star represents your spirit guides, those things that are guiding you down this brand new shiny chapter in your life. Don't forget to listen to them and all the excitement, or even if you're dealing with the normal anxiety that comes with a new chapter in life, because your spirit guides have your back. And you're someone whose intuition is always dialed up to a 10. Don't doubt your abilities, and you're going to get through just fine, Jet.
Very nice.
Cool. Very good.
That's all I got for you, Mr. Jet.
Lisa Hale.
But she has no goat to offer.
Oh, well,
Listen, no goats, no readings. That's
No readings.
the way it goes.
Yeah. No goat, no readings. Even a sabbatical goat. Where the hell's my goat? There it is.
You have to make it dance, though, Eron.
Wait,
Make it look like it's eating your head.
Baphomet doesn't dance. Sorry.
Make it look like it's eating your head, Sandy.
Do it.
Get it closer to the.
I'm putting both in
Wait.
the car.
Oh my God.
Don't be surprised if both of you wake up tomorrow with hooves.
This is so out of control tonight, I swear.
It's okay. It's okay.
Lisa, you know what? Since they're being mean to you, I will go ahead.
I would never be mean to Lisa.
Never. We love her.
Ever. Right, Lisa?
Okay, Lisa. Lisa, your first card is the birds. The birds.
The birds.
The letter. And the moon.
Ooh.
Why did we say ooh? Is there something?
Well, the birds sort of represent communication. Communication, kind of like the part relationships, but this is more like your basic like social network, like people you interact with at work and people you interact with like in various avenues of your life. And the letter represents a communication that she's going to be receiving that I feel like is going to have to do, especially with I feel like it's going to be like a job opportunity or some opportunity for her to make progress. Listen, the moon card really tells me you need to pay attention to your intuition, because the moon represents sort of internal workings and sort of represents being more intuitive. And just like Jet, Lisa, you're a very intuitive person. You're someone who's just like me and has relied on that intuition and almost that second sight ever since that they were very young. But stop doubting your abilities, especially with new opportunities coming up, and don't be scared to get your hands dirty.
I will just say this, that rings true for something she's got going on, but Lisa also lives a life in blinders, which means that she is hyper-focused on whatever's right in front of her and that she is dealing with at that moment. So there's not an opportunity for her to deal with intuition at all, because she doesn't see anything except that pinpoint focus. So work on that, Lisa. And I thought the moon meant she was going to drop her pants, which nobody wants. So nobody.
I'm going to keep my comments to myself, Todd.
She wears cute pants, though.
Or spider pants and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Holly.
Holly, hi.
Truth. Who's next there?
Was that Jay I saw from Jason?
Renee,
there's always readings. There's always time for a reading for you. 1 second. Ooh, okay. Both my dogs, my stepchildren are asleep under the desk here. They're making weird noises.
Is that what that was? I didn't know if my mic was going again on this one. I was like, what is going on here?
Renee, your first card is the Ring. Not like the movie The Ring, a lot less heavy. Your next card after that is the Bear. I'm seeing someone who likes to make commitments to everybody else but never leaves enough time for themselves. Your next card after that is the Star. Renee, we know you like to help people and you like to make commitments, and you're the one people will come to for guidance. You're the one people will come to whenever they absolutely need somebody reliable, but you have to be reliable to yourself before you're reliable to anybody else, because it's impossible for you to pour from an empty cup. And if you keep that up at the rate you're going to start to feel it in your body and not just in your mind. So remember to make commitments to yourself and stop pouring out so much for other people who would not even stop giving lakes to people who wouldn't even give you a cup of water. That's what I got for you, Renee. Short, sweet, and to the point.
Very interesting. Victoria.
Hi, Victoria. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to shuffle, and then we'll be off to the races.
Everybody's here tonight. This is wonderful.
Aaron's the
way,
big draw. That's why.
I know. By the way, Holly Hughes is one of those amazing intuitives with psychic abilities who told me not to do something, and I'll be doing it anyways.
Yeah.
But Todd
Sorry, Holly. I did my best. Did my best.
You do that, Sandy, sometimes. Your first card, my dear Victoria, is the Park. The Mice.
Ooh.
Like we know what that means.
I do.
Do you?
And the Trees. What this talks about right here, the Park, the Mice, and the Trees. Things that happened in the past, Victoria, need to stay in the past. Things that have already happened are beyond your help and you can't fix them. That's what's represented by the Park, is that you like sometimes whenever you're in the dead of the night, whenever you're in bed and you have these thoughts that just come and go and just chew on you. It's these thoughts that come up that still carry power and guilt. These are things that you had no control over. These are things that even if you wanted to, you wouldn't be able to affect the change. So the thing you need to do right now, Victoria, you seem someone who's pretty high energy, but be high energy for yourself and keep being the awesome person you are, because the past is the past. And you can't keep hanging on to things that are dead, because the longer you hang on to things that are dead, eventually it's going to start to stink. So let go of those things that hurt you any way you can. Talk to someone. I'm always up for new Facebook friends, and ask Todd and ask Sandy. I'm a talker. And just let go of the trauma of the past and keep living your kick-ass life, and don't let it hold you down, because you've got great things. You have great things waiting for you. It's time to go from survival mode to thriving mode.
Amen.
Yep. Amen. Betsy. Hi, Betsy.
Hi, Betsy. I like that name, Betsy.
I love Betsy. Betsy comes to all of our live casts. She is amazing.
Uh-oh, sounds like snip, snip. Why do I get really nervous whenever I hear that word snip? I see that. I don't know why. I think I'm going to have to explore. Okay, Betsy. You guys make me laugh so much, and I get bumfuzzled, Todd.
Bumfuzzled, that's an amazing word.
Betsy, your first card is the Letter.
Doggy.
Yeah, the dog was doing an impromptu tap dance. There we go. The next card is the Birds. Oh my gosh, it's someone else's. And your next card after that is the Key.
Ooh.
Betsy, keep your ears open for some kind of correspondence from somebody who's going to be able to answer a pretty big question for you. The letter represents sort of correspondence. The letter showing up next to that sort of represents it's going to come from within your social circle, and the key represents, of course, a solution. But what this says right here is that somebody around you has the answer to a problem that you're having right now. Don't be scared to take advice from other people. Taking advice from other people does not mean you're weak or incapable. It just means you're open to interpretation, and there's really nothing wrong with that. So you're very smart, Betsy, but you've always been someone who's had to rely on yourself a lot throughout your life. Don't be scared, because you have the relationships right now for people who can really get you pointed in the right direction. So you don't have to rely on your own strength anymore. You have awesome people in your life, Betsy.
Love it.
Cool.
And that's
All
what
right.
I
think that was the last one there, I think. If I'm wrong, Jay, let me know.
And a big round of applause for Jay, too, for being our moderator tonight. We love Jay. Very good job. All right. Erin, I'm going to ask you to pull for me. And I never do this, but I'm going to ask you to pull for me.
Okay. I just pulled the receipt from McDonald's. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fast food's in my future. I'm so excited.
Hold on a second.
I'm so discombobulated tonight with this thing.
Sandy, your first card is the cross.
Okay.
Time for a crucifixion.
We're going to St. Nazianz.
Your next card, I've seen this reading before, is the fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yep. It's the same as Ed's.
I know.
Is Ed your partner, your spouse?
No, just a friend. It's just a friend. Jesus.
Well, your next card after that is the child, Sandy.
Oh, well, there you go, Todd. No, yeah, look at Todd's face. He's like, it's right on.
The cross, the fish, and the child, that represents new opportunities that are going to come out of very, very rough situations.
Mm-hmm.
And with the child shows up, it just shows, kind of like with Ed, what might seem like a down and out for you is actually just a new opportunity. And yeah, it's going to suck at first going through it and going through like a trial and tribulation that you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to come out of it and you're going to and you're going to have fresh new energy. So don't be scared to dip your toes in the water for new opportunity.
Is it possible that it's something that I have already been starting to go through and I'm sort of on my journey through it? Or is this coming up?
That's what's starting right there. Usually whenever something pops up in the cards, you're like in the beginning stages. It's like things are coming just through the soil.
Okay.
With that right there, it's beginning. And yes, it's going to be rough at some points because new stuff is always rough.
Yeah.
Favorite catchphrases is transition feels like dying. There, I did it.
I'm going to be a mermaid.
And what that talks about right there is, new beginnings are always rough, Sandy. So
yeah. Okay, thank you. That does make sense.
I was going to take the goat to work, my new job, but now I'm going to leave it in the studio. It's a perfect thing to have on. And if you've got yours in the studio all the time, we'll just, if a guest is on, we just don't like him, we'll just blow the goats at him.
What are the look, now it's going to eat my head soon. There we go. What are the chances we both have the screaming goats? And don't we both have the...
I can't stop looking at the nips. I'm sorry.
They're like
You're
pronounced. They're pronounced.
Yeah. Don't we also have the what?
The Bob Ross. Do you have the Bob Ross? Did I send you the Bob Ross?
No, I've got 3 Bob Rosses, though.
I have a Bob Ross, too.
Yeah.
Headlights. Yes, headlights. Absolutely.
Tune in Tokyo. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah,
yes. Tune in Tokyo. We talked about that once, I think.
I'm sure we did, knowing us and how stupid we are half the time.
We are. So,
yeah,
wow.
He's on camera. I almost went, achoo.
We have had the whole mix of things. We have had a plethora of things going on tonight. This has been pretty fun.
I don't want to wrap this up till we see some boots.
Oh, do you want me to show you guys my boots?
I want just a couple pair.
All right, wait a minute. Hang on. have to turn the light on too. Hang on.
Okay.
Right, please, God, no.
Here's one pair. Because this is kind of hard because there's too much light, but I love these because they have like these are the ones that I wear my pirate boots. I wear these like when I dress up like a pirate for like the
which I know what you do pretty much every Saturday night, right?
Ooh.
It's Pirate Saturday night.
Let's see, what else do I have? Wait a minute.
Now, anybody who knows me knows how tickled I am that I got her to show boots.
I can't believe I'm showing you guys my boots.
Right?
All right, so then I have these because these are super cute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get a good.
Everything she's got is buckles and leather and stuff. That's interesting.
I know. I think I'm showing you. No, these are different ones. I have a lot of boots.
It's better than showing off your boots than exchange that for a B and show off something else.
We missed that because of the door slamming. What did you say?
It's better you're showing off your boots and you don't have to show off your something else. Exchange the T for
No, you know what? I can't help it. I shop a lot. I'm a shoe person. I love shoes and boots and handbags. I like designer handbags. Ask Todd. He knows.
This just makes my head feel so good. I just,
I'm confiscating both your goats.
You are the goat keeper.
Keep your hands off my goat. Erin, thanks for being on with us tonight.
We love you.
We want to have you back soon. And when you get that podcast up and rolling, please let us know because we want to be a guest on it.
Yeah, and talk to me and I'll help you with all of that editing and production junk, and we'll get you up and running.
And there's a lot to do, but I'm ready to get started on it.
Cool. Stand by. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
Eron Mazza.
Bye.
There you go. Bye.
All right, so we have to say Mazza.
So I'm going to end up saying matzo ball. I just know I'm going to because you're Jewish, or at least Dave's Jewish.
Not Jewish.
Dave is.
Yeah, but I'm not like Jewish through marriage.
It happens.
I guess I am. Look, I have my which one is on which arm?
Give a star, David. You don't even know what arm you have the tattoo on?
No, I can't keep track of anything.
Oh my God.
This is love in Hebrew. I don't know. I got it for Dave.
Oh, that's
there it is.
Sweet.
There it is.
I just cannot believe you don't know what arm your tattoos are on.
It's the opposite. So I'm like trying to pay attention. Oh, be quiet.
It's the opposite in the camera, but it's not the opposite on your body. Jesus Christ. It's amazing I haven't just ended it all at some point.
Oh, it gets better. It gets even better with time.
Hey, this was a lot of fun tonight. I'm glad that we went off track. I'm glad there were screaming goats. I'm glad that Erin was here with us. It's always nice to see them.
It's just life. You make the best of it. You roll with the punches.
Participation was great. This Sunday, what do we have on the audio cast?
This Sunday, we're going to do, I'm so glad Lisa's with us tonight because Lisa hosted one of our Twisted Towns.
Oh.
Yes, Ripon, Wisconsin. I said it right? Ripon. And so we're going to take a walk back to that Twisted Towns with Lisa.
Excellent. Should be a very, very good time.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right. Make sure and like us on Facebook. Make sure and join our Facebook group, which is Stay Weirdos, Friends of the Sandy and Toddcast. Yeah. And listen to the podcast on all the places you can do that. And tell your friends about us and leave reviews.
Yes, please leave reviews. And let me mention this. We don't know why this is happening, but on our Facebook page, the Sandy and Toddcast, for some reason, our season, all of our videos, our live casts, they're in the feed. But if you click on videos, they're not showing up. Not sure why. We're trying to figure it out. Yay, Facebook. So if you do want to watch a live cast or you want to listen to one of our previous audio casts, just go right to our Facebook feed. And I'm sorry, just scroll through, but you'll find it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Until we talk again, which I don't know when that'll be. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Bye. The Sandy and Toddcast is a Mind Garden Media podcast in association with
Screw You, Todd
Productions.